searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me right. Your dark hair, because eyes so bright.
Hello, everyone. We are back for round 2 because last week, all the Thanksgiving and Vanderpump talk kind of took up the whole episode. So there were some things I didn't get to. I want to get into some hot topics, but I just want to point out one thing that I didn't get to say last week, Lala. Yes. Because if everyone wants the real truth, we were all systems go for continuing another season, like the full cast. And then you went on Watch What Happens Live last week and said that you weren't friends with any of the cast. So the network decided to cancel the show and totally recast it.
Are you saying it's all Lala's fault?
If that were true, my ego would be massive. I'd be like,
these headphones
I
will just
did
pop right
all
off.
of that. I have that much.
It is about me. No, I'm kidding. But for those who aren't in the loop, Lala was on Watch What Happens Live a couple weeks ago. And there was this game where Andy popped up a picture of everyone was like, are you friends with this person? No. This person? No. This person? No. But he didn't pop up the people you're closest with other than Brittany.
Well, I think they thought I was beefing with Brittany. I think they thought it was going to be a full of no's. But
sea of no's.
Got him.
Yeah, friends with the Valley people, though.
So I wanted to give you a chance
I'm not on
here.
a show with you guys.
Not yet.
Okay.
Please
Who
come
are you
over.
close with? We've got Stassi, James, Allie, Schwartz, Janet, Michelle, Brittany. I feel like you have so many friends in this group. So if he were to pop up other people, who would you have said yes to? Stassi.
I mean, you, obviously.
Yeah.
You weren't on there. Stassi, I speak to often.
Do I
Michelle?
make the cut?
Yeah, Janet, Michelle. It's no secret that I am really fond of burning the bridge. Like this, I love doing it.
Some bridges need to be burned.
Yeah, like I've always said, I like my circle to be small, and the smaller, the better. Like, it's like this right now. I'd like to get it down to about that because then I know there's no liabilities. We're all safe. I like quality over quantity. I've always been this way. You guys telling me you have no friends, not an insult, fact, and thank God. I have the people that I need.
Yeah.
And if any of them at some point don't bring me peace, or I feel I don't want to bring them peace, then I look forward to throwing gasoline on the bridge and lighting a fire. It's like my favorite thing to do.
I will say, though, Lala wasn't the only one who spoke out of pocket last week because I did get several texts last week calling me out for comments I made on not only my podcast, but also yours. And the only people I'm going to apologize to are you and my mom and Schwartz. And that's it. But you know what? If you text my mom some shit, I'm going to call you out. Simple as that.
You don't drag the moms in.
You don't.
Yeah.
Moms and kids are off limits. Okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway.
Can I just say also, Erika sends me the best memes every day.
Really?
And videos
Yeah.
and stuff.
Or Lisa and Erika need their own podcast where
Oh, I love
Erika
that.
shares the news because Erika is very informed on pop culture and my
Yes.
mom lives under a rock.
Yes.
And I just want it to be Erika sharing the news and my mom's facial expressions because she can't hide it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you think that's stupid? Oh, you think that person's annoying? It's great.
I love the moms.
Oh, so good. So, hot topics, guys. Obviously, Wicked is one of the hottest movies and topics right now. I know you've already seen
my
it twice,
God,
right? I'm going
yes.
after this. So, tell me everything. What do I have to look forward to with Summer? Do you think she'll make it through the full movie?
It's like 3 hours.
I mean,
Sheana.
it's almost
we're not
3
making it through the full
hours.
movie.
Yeah,
Oh, hell
so
no.
it is a lot. But the good princessy parts, like that, I think the little kids will like, are the first hour or so. It's like the wonderful Wizard of Oz, like Munchkin Land.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see Glinda in all her pink and glory.
Love that.
But what a press cycle this has been. They
I
have been
know.
on the press
like
cycle
Barbie.
since.
No, I literally thought that the movie has been out for a month.
No, it just came out.
No, just
last week.
Yeah.
No, truly. Everyone's like, it comes out today. I'm like, what?
But nothing, I mean, this is such a social media thing where every moment of this press tour has been memeable. And I don't know. At this point, I'm like, are we being trolled by Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo?
Yes.
Or are they truly this ecstatic to be in a movie?
No.
Because it doesn't seem like it
feels
would be that big of
trolly.
a deal for Ariana Grande, one of the most famous pop stars in the world. She just tied with Taylor Swift in like some
Wow.
thing
But
about.
doesn't it feel like a little bit like more from Ariana, but like when Cynthia will start crying, she's like, oh, don't cry. And I'm not familiar with Ariana Grande like that. Like, I love her music, but I
Yeah, of
don't
course.
follow her. on the
Well,
daily-
apparently she's a theater kid. And so, and I'm a
Okay.
theater kid
It
as
makes
well.
all the sense.
So I remember, I was at the peak of Wicked being out and about, and like everyone, we were all singing the musicals for all of our auditions and everything. So I know there's a lot of passion for it.
Okay,
But
that makes
she
sense.
just draws such a fine line because, her personal life is a little messy. She obviously met that guy from the movie who played SpongeBob on Broadway.
Oh, right.
Very interesting looking fellow named Ethan Slater. And they met on that movie. There's so many hot people in that movie. It's so fascinating she was drawn to him.
Can I?
But yeah, it's a wild movie.
That's a great personality, Jared.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does.
Can I tell you, Jason and I were looking up over this weekend. We were like, they met on the set of Wicked, right? And we were like, who does he play? Like the
The
her
Hot Prince,
boyfriend.
probably.
And we Googled it, and Google suggested to us like the sentence for it, and it said like, "Is SpongeBob in Wicked?" And I was like, poor guy. He's just been
He's
like
only known as
deduced to
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. And I'm like, can't we just use his real name? But
That's
it was
so
like,
funny.
is
No.
SpongeBob in Wicked? And I was like, oh, poor guy.
So I saw that I guess they're going to be releasing sing-along versions
Yes.
for theaters later this month.
Christmas Day, baby. Let's be
Okay.
there, front row.
Oh my God, I'm setting up my
Where
karaoke
everybody-
machine.
In the theater is going to be singing
So-
along.
They put the words at the bottom of the screen. It's
Yeah.
so iconic. Have you not gone to a sing-along
How many
music?
times do you think you'll see it in theaters? How many times did you see Barbie?
I saw Barbie 11 times in theaters.
What?
Yeah.
I think I was having a psychotic break, to be honest. Because
Clearly.
but I also had the AMC pass, so it was like it wasn't like spending money every time. But I truly think something was wrong because I kept going and I was like, oh, it feels so good to be back in the theater. I felt like Nicole Kidman in the opening
Yeah.
of AMC. I was like, magic really does feel good in a place like this. So I've already seen Wicked twice. I'm gonna go see it with you, Janet, and then I'll see it with any of you guys, and then we're gonna go
Okay.
see it in Pantages live. So I'll probably see it like 5 times total.
Okay,
And then-
I have a question. Is it a must see in theaters or can I wait until it's on a TV?
I'm partial to it because it is just such like they have practical set pieces. Like it's not all CGI. So there is something about seeing it on the big screen that
Okay.
is so crazy and so wild. But I'm not a big believer in like, oh my God, you have to see this on the big screen. Do what you want
Gotcha.
to do. It's
Okay,
3
I'm gonna
hours. So if you're, you know what I mean?
That's very long.
Although I have the app Run Pee, which tells you when to go pee in the movies, which I like whoever invented
is
this app.
genius.
I know. I wish I would have thought because I'm always going to pee. And then they tell you what you missed. Like you click synopsis. So I missed not a thing.
Wow.
And that's on Defying Gravity, baby.
Run pee.
Well, speaking of defying gravity, how do you feel about people singing in a theater when it's not a designated sing-along?
Oh, I am
Annoying.
That
yeah.
is psychotic.
That's no.
It's been a thing on like social
yeah,
media.
It's a thing. There's signs at the theater saying like no singing. There's like different theaters are like having you not allowed to dress up because people are coming
Yeah.
in full face paint. And this is where I'm talking about the theater kid passion. But like theater kids are inherently embarrassing. I am one, so I can say it. But we are embarrassing. So like to our soul, to our life. So like you should not be singing in a movie. That's crazy. Even when I went and saw the Eras tour, people weren't singing. You know.
Yeah.
Did you go to the Eras tour? Oh,
No,
the movie.
the movie is the
I
Eras
was
tour.
like, when did I miss that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think singing in it's like
Yeah.
very like main character energy that's not
No.
Mhm.
hitting.
What's that? You're just gonna start farting out loud too? It's just like not appropriate.
Well, I think even if like I was in a movie theater with Ariana Grande and she started singing, I would be like, oh, shut the fuck up.
Hit that
Right,
C sharp or shut up.
Singing her parts, I'd be like, no.
Yeah. Let me hear it from the Dolby sound system here.
Right? Also, one thing I never realized is there's a fucking train to Oz.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
a train?
You know,
I
the whole
mean-
story of Wicked is they retconned the past. So it was
Right,
written in
it's a
95.
prequel,
Yeah, but it was
but-
written like in modern times. So he just kind of so he wrote this in the
Okay.
90s, inspired by The Wizard of Oz. So he
Yeah.
just is like, you know what? Now there's a train, and then
Yeah,
the
'cause
wizard is this
Dorothy,
guy. Yeah.
She had like a 70-mile walk down the Golden Brick Road, and there's a train the whole time. But
But there's a lot of
The
little.
golden
Okay.
brick, I think,
It's
is
the
it a
yellow
yellow
brick
brick?
Yellow
road.
Brick Road, did I say golden?
It's fine.
It's
as
good as
gold.
gold.
It's
As good as
gold,
gold.
baby.
The
The good as
Golden
gold
Brick
brick
Road.
road.
She's even
Yellow Brick
trying to make
Road.
the movie Wicked about her.
She's like, I got turned down for the part of Glinda Popular.
Can I first say,
Oh.
so I don't get trolled by Ariana Grande fans, I do fucking love Ariana Grande.
Yes. No,
Okay,
she
I
has
was
one of the
not
best
clowning on
voices
her.
ever.
And
Yeah.
this might be the year that we see her nominated for her first ever Oscar.
I think so,
People are
too.
saying
Oh,
that it is.
yeah.
And let me tell you, I texted your husband this. He said, how was Wicked? I said, Ariana Grande's a revelation.
Jason's a big Ariana Grande fan. He has T-shirts of her.
Who isn't?
Really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's queen.
She is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. It's a good
Iconic.
movie.
All right, going.
All right, we're gonna take a quick little break and then get into some more topics. This show is sponsored by Liquid IV. So whether you forget to take a sip of water during the office holiday party or start feeling parched after a long day of traveling or hosting, I'm telling you, keeping Liquid IV on hand to stay hydrated through the holidays is what is getting me through, and it's what will also get you through. They have these convenient packets of their hydration multiplier, or they have the sugar-free hydration multiplier, and you get 8 vitamins and nutrients, 3 times the electrolytes of all of the leading sports drinks, and no artificial sweeteners. They have flavors like white peach, green grape, and lemon lime. My personal favorite at the moment is white peach. There's just something about peach that I love. The smell, the taste, all of it. But literally, this is scientifically formulated to replenish electrolytes and fluid lost from sweat or exercise. And it just keeps me going. I have the little packets in my purse. I have them in my travel bag. I have them in my car. I have them everywhere because I make sure I am staying hydrated all of the time. You just tear, pour, and live more. 1 stick plus 16 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone. Also, these are always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. So if you want to be like me, stay hydrated through the holidays with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code HONEY at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code HONEY at liquidiv.com. All right, y'all, I'm here to talk to you again about KiwiCo and specifically KiwiCo clubs, because this is the perfect gift for curious minds. If you have a kid, like I have a kid, if you know someone who has a kid, this is for you. Kids are going to learn fundamentals through hands-on activities and progressively build their skills with each project. We have been doing KiwiCo for summer since she was about 1.5 years old. And the great thing is they have something for kids of all ages. And KiwiCo has 5 clubs to choose from. They have unique topics like science, technology, engineering, art, and math. You can watch your kids go from learning how to build like bow and arrows to engineering their own robot. And each gift, it just keeps on giving. Plus, KiwiCo Clubs members get amazing perks like 10% off orders, free shipping in the US, and early access built to last. KiwiCo does the legwork for you, so you can just spend quality time tackling projects together. There's no commitment. You can pause or cancel anytime. It gets delivered straight to your door. Tinker, create, and innovate with awesome gifts from KiwiCo. Get up to 50% off your first crate at kiwico.com, promo code HONEY. That's up to 50% off your first crate at kiwico.com, promo code HONEY. Okay, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is back.
I
Back.
haven't seen it yet.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
catch
girl.
up.
Why
You're 2 weeks late, girlie.
I know.
Seriously.
Light it like Dorit
I'm
lights
gonna.
that cigarette, baby.
Oh, I've seen that
Iconic.
everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't smoked a cigarette in years. Maybe
You guys,
I'll smoke a
I
cigarette.
felt so honored to be on Watch What Happens Live with her premiere night
Oh,
of
yeah.
VH. I was
Oh my
like,
God.
what have I done to deserve this?
Did you guys
Oh.
go
What?
out together after? Or
Yeah, we did.
how,
Oh.
is she fun?
She's the funnest.
Oh my
we had the
God.
best time.
Did she get her lemon carcasses out?
She certainly did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was fabulous. Every time she would get up, she would put her gloves back on that had like the amazing fur.
Yeah.
She's
Cute.
just iconic. No,
Oh,
we had the best
definitely
time.
is.
We talked about boys. We talked about all the things.
I'm excited to see who she dates next
Yeah.
and what her type
Mhm.
is outside of what we know.
I feel like it's going to be someone young.
I hope it's someone young and hot. I hope she gets
Yeah.
a cabana boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
She deserves some abs.
Uh-huh.
So what do you think of the premiere?
I
Ladies.
mean, I'm obsessed with that show. I love
Same.
Bose.
Bose is great.
Yeah, she's great. I thought it was a good start. I'm excited to see where the season goes. I saw Erika Jayne recently did an interview with ET where she relayed that she wished Sutton and Garcelle would show their real lives, and she said she thinks they perform fan service at times.
Oh.
Just like what they think viewers want versus being their authentic selves. I've personally never done that, so I don't know what that's about. But do you think Erika is justified here, A? And who do you think on our cast are most guilty of fan service. Don't say me.
I think Erika's maybe a little worried because the Fox Force 5 has crumbled. So I think she might be projecting a little bit because Fox Force 5 were known to kind of, make their storylines and allegedly. But so I think they're a little, I think she might be projecting a little bit. So I don't know.
What do you think, Lala?
Well, Erika's a friend of mine, so I never go against the family.
But no, I know we've all dealt with that on the show, and you pointed that out on the reunion this season.
Yes, and it's very, very annoying when people play to the audience because it makes it incredibly difficult to make a show.
What do you mean play to the audience? Are you talking about like living in the comments and then kind of responding, doing what you would do based on how the fans are like, she should do this?
Yes, exactly. Because
instead of being authentic.
Bravo can become, it's the most incredible platform to be part of, but it also becomes the most toxic and crazy and scary environment to be a part of because the fans are just so ride or die that it's like a little too much. So I understand why people would play to the audience because they will put you on a pedestal and make sure you're dead 100 feet deep the next episode.
Well, 100%. And I feel like you had made the comment of like me living in the comment section all the live long day. But if I was truly fully in the comment section,
that sounds like something I would say. Did I say it like that?
Literally,
say that,
I'm quoting you verbatim.
Okay, love it.
Well, it's like it does sound like something I'd say.
However, if I was fully in the comment section, I never would have had one conversation with Tom Sandoval. I never would have spoken to him. I never would have taken any photos with him in it as the group.
But you also have to remember, I was not privy to what you were filming. Season 11. I will say, looking back on it, I think that season 11 was your most authentic season. And I think there are times, like, I would be lying if I said if we were to go back and film Vanderpump Rules, it would be extremely hard for me to not live in the comment section because I got such a brutal response. So sometimes I think it happens without you even trying. You're just so scarred from the backlash. But I really enjoy watching Sutton.
I will say, just from somebody who's experienced this, I think when you're filming, you can't really know if somebody is not being authentic or catering to the fans unless you're there watching it happen behind the scenes. You're in the cast, you're in the crew, but I do think it always comes out later. So if you're not being authentic consistently, it might take a season or two to see it, but if Erika's right that they are not being authentic, we as an audience, I think, will see it in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to hide it. Is there anyone on your cast? I mean, I know it was only the first season that you filmed, but is there anyone that you thought was pandering to the audience a bit?
Well, season 1 for us, we went into it.
There was no audience to pander to.
I love a first season cast. It's so beautiful. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
We couldn't
say dumb shit. They have no idea what backlash is. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to see the new Vanderpump Rules season 1, 12.
Season 12.
Season 1, I mean 12.
This is the thing. I wish I could live in the comments and cater to it. I just read the comments. They say mean stuff, and then I still do the same dumb shit.
Yeah.
So
beautiful.
What I've learned is that I can't cater to the audience. Sorry, guys.
No, you're physically impossible. It's physically impossible for you to do it.
I might have even been worse. Everything.
Suck
if you
on
hated
that.
me
But it was
season 1,
beautiful to witness.
I just think, I think that it's impossible. I'm not an actress. I'm bad at it. I can't be anything but myself, good or bad.
And that's great. And that's why you are so good for reality TV.
Thanks.
Authentic. Okay.
The audience may disagree with you, but
the thing is,
they disagree with a lot of what I say.
But they still tune in and talk about you, and it's like you're giving. The moment you disappear, and it's all kumbaya. They're like, "Can we please get Janet back to do the assignment?" Trust me, the audience.
Imagine being fake too for 3 months, like trying to hold up some sort of facade. That sounds like
then you hit a breaking point.
I couldn't do it for 3 days, let alone 3 months.
No,
there's just no way. I wish I could. I want to take acting classes. Season 3
Please
or 4.
don't do that,
one of
Janet.
Don't
I'll
take
be
an
catering to the
class.
audience, and I'll be an angel.
You can
come
take
and
him with
speak in
Brock. He
Shakespeare.
wants to take vocal lessons and acting classes. I'm like, honey, you're not going to be an actor.
You imagine,
Stick to the building.
Or a singer.
Stick
I
to
come
the building.
back all nice and with a
He
new
has decent
voice.
Really?
He has a decent
Oh my
voice. If
God.
he
Who
does?
actually Brock. And his dad was a singer and a musician and a DJ growing up. And so it is a little bit like in his blood, the musicality.
He should join the gay man's choir with me.
He can really carry like a tune. He needs to properly know how to use it. But I feel like he could be a really good singer if he tried.
I'm sensing a Sonny and Cher duet happening. Good as Gold, the Sonny and Cher version.
Oh my God. Good as Gold is dead. Okay. It died with the last cast of Vanderpump Rules. It is done.
Good as Gold is
Here
never
she
dying.
is.
This was to end the era. I am in it, but There will be no more versions of Good as Gold coming out.
Okay, well
We're
then
all
you guys can
happy
do a
about
duet,
this.
a
I'm
brand new
excited. I want
duet.
every version.
Maybe the
Do
country
you?
version.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
She's like, "There's no more."
I need a rap one.
No,
I
no,
guess
no.
you rap one
When
first.
you hit on
Yes.
a high, like the emo version,
Yeah.
you don't fuck with it,
No.
right? Like you were lucky to get a sequel out of
Yes.
the first one.
Mm-hmm.
You don't start
No.
getting into the 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hot
You just
take.
let
No.
it go.
Your song, I mean, I know everyone loved Tardy for the Party, but Kim Zolciak fell off. So I really think it's Good as Gold and the Countess song, Money Can't Buy You Class. Like
Yes.
I feel like those are the
100%.
two Bravo,
Yes,
like
they are.
the Bravo songs.
Yeah.
And then Tardy for the Party, is kind of like a slow third now that she's kind of fell off from the
But I
Bravo
don't
universe.
think. No, I disagree with you.
In what way?
I don't think it even exists anymore. I haven't heard Tardy for the Party. I haven't heard anyone reference it. Probably
Yeah.
because she's fallen off. I would say
Erika
it's
Jayne.
Sheesh.
Oh,
And the Countess-
yeah. She's your friend. Be careful. Don't go against family.
No, but I'm talking about like when we show up at BravoCon.
Oh, true.
What are
Yeah,
the
yeah.
songs
Oh,
that
yes.
stick in people's
yeah,
minds?
It's Money
the-
Can't Buy You Class
and
and Good as Gold. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. One more break, and then we're gonna get into some non-Bravo hot topics because there's actually things that happen in the world outside of Bravo.
Love to hear
Crazy.
that.
I
I'd love
know.
to hear that.
Be right back. Hey, Scheananigans listeners. This episode is proudly brought to you by LolaVie, an award-winning hair care line founded by the ever fabulous and ever iconic Jennifer Aniston. With the holiday season in full swing, it is time to embrace the joy of giving. And what's better than the glow of healthy hair? Gift the secret to gorgeous hair this holiday season with LolaVie, or if you want to, unwrap it for yourself. You know that feeling when you have a really, really great hair day? It's like you feel unstoppable, charismatic, happy, all the feels. Well, that's exactly why Jen set out to create LolaVie, just to bottle up that feeling. And if we're talking gifts, the ultimate care kit is this season's answer. This is a luxurious collection. It features all of Jen's favorites and my favorites as well, which are the restorative shampoo and conditioner and the Allure Best of Beauty winning glossing detangler. That's another one that I keep on the go with me at all times. And with the kit, you'll save over 25%. Unlock Jennifer Aniston approved hair at LolaVie.com and celebrate the holidays with stronger, healthier hair. As our loyal listeners, you'll get an exclusive 15% off your entire order when you use code GOODASGOLD15 at checkout. That's 15% off your order at LOLAVIE.com and promo code GOODASGOLD15. Please note you can only use one promo code per order and discounts can't be combined. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you, and your hair will thank you. And for all of my people out there who have allergies like I do, Astepro is a first of its kind nasal allergy spray, and it actually works. It is the fastest 24-hour over-the-counter allergy spray. It starts working in 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays can take hours. And trust me, I've tried them all. I have gnarly seasonal allergies. Even my husband, Brock, who doesn't want to admit that he has some later in life allergies, he does, and he's been using Astepro. And this is the first and only 24-hour steroid-free allergy spray. It delivers full prescription strength indoor and outdoor allergy relief from nasal congestion to runny and itchy nose and sneezing. All of the things, Astepro is for you. I use it anytime my nasal allergies flare up, and I'm always amazed at how fast I'm back in the game. Astepro always has my back and my nose. Get fast-acting nasal allergy symptom relief with Astepro. Go to asteproallergy.com for a discount so you can Astepro and go today. ASTEPRO allergy.com. It's faster, bro. Use as directed for relief of nasal congestion, runny nose, sneezing, and itchy nose due to allergies. Okay, so I was on Instagram last night and I read this story. I think it was it was New York Magazine had recently ran a story on a family who had a daughter born via IVF. Though after she was born, they realized that the daughter didn't resemble them. And as time went on, the mom decided to do a DNA test because the husband was like, this kid does not look like anyone in our family. And they found out that the daughter was not their biological daughter.
What, there was like a mix-up in the hospital?
Yes, in the IVF clinic.
Oh,
The IVF
my
inseminated
gosh.
them with a different embryo from a different family.
That is
Did
The
their
embryo is like the fully
Full
made
baby.
baby,
Yeah.
right?
Full
Yeah.
baby,
Oh my
put it into the
God.
oven.
Did
So-
their embryo go to someone else?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
To
Are they gonna
another
trade?
baby born around the same time. So
What do you
the
do?
families, they obviously had to let the clinic know. They were able to trace where the other embryo went in that family. Turns out they lived like 10 minutes apart from each other. The girls were born around the same time. They realized this at 2 months. They started doing some visitations. And then at 5 months, they did make the decision to switch the girls. But now, similar to you and I, obviously different, but they're now like raising the girls in a pod together
Wow.
and they live close to each other.
That's really cute.
They were saying that when there was like a home for sale, like even as close as next door, I was like, oh my God, this is me and Lala minus the IVF part.
Yeah.
But when
Minus
there
the
was
entire-
detail.
the baby
no,
mix up.
just that. But just like to have, Summer and Ocean from birth, like growing up
Yeah.
as like sisters together. And so now these two families have become so close and the girls are now just like growing up together
So they raised each other's kids for the first 5 months.
for the first 5 months.
And then
That's
switched?
crazy.
I wonder if when you're
Ugh.
sitting there looking at your child being like this, I'm just having a feeling this is not our baby. Like if it prevented, obviously it did prevent them from bonding
Yeah.
to the full extent, or else at 5 months they wouldn't have been like, well, I want my baby back.
Yeah.
If they both sat there and they were like, I love I bonded with her. I want her.
I would need both. I would be like, sorry to the other family, but I need my biological one and the one
yours.
that I
And yours.
connected with already. Like, sorry, I have to have both.
yeah, I mean,
I can't imagine that. If I found out now that Cameron was like somehow not mine, I don't care. I love him.
Yeah,
He's-
totally.
I can't not. But then if I know that my biological baby was out there, I would need that one too. I would.
well, and that was the thing.
have
So
to
at
have
2
both.
months, they
such a
realized
pit in my
it
stomach for
and
them.
started the visitations. And then it was like, well, we've already bonded with this baby for 2 months. And then you have another couple months where you're just
Like
doing
Sosa's age.
visitations and whatnot. But then, like, I could not imagine.
And it's IVF, so it's not like these people were like, oh, I hope we don't act. It's not like one of the, like in the 1950s where it's like in the little room where the babies are kept. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we grabbed the wrong baby. It's like these people were trying
Right.
probably so long to have a baby and like going through that whole process and for it
Yeah.
to, and I imagine like you carry the baby, right?
Yes,
Like,
Right.
yes.
And imagine if one of the pregnancies wasn't successful.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
You know, like
God.
one woman had low progesterone and then that embryo didn't make it and then you carried her embryo to term.
Okay.
Like,
I
and
then
can't.
what's
the
Thank God
legality
that
there?
They're
thank
lucky
God
that-
that wasn't.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
Are they suing the like
I mean, I would
Egg place?
assume so,
Or the
but
embryo place? I don't know. That's crazy.
it also, this
It's a
is
big fuck up.
one of the
huge
things
fuck
that
up.
really genuinely worries me about surrogacy. This is one of my intrusive thoughts
Mhm.
of what if, okay, it's my egg. What if they put Brock's sperm in a different egg? What if they put the wrong embryo in the surrogate? Like these are things that keep me up at night. And then when I was reading this story last night, I didn't even tell Brock, but I'm just like, this is another reason why I'm so just like, I don't know that I want to do surrogacy because like, how can you guarantee that that is my egg and his sperm and goes in and then
Well,
you give me a
and
baby? I would
everything-
want a DNA test like immediately, I feel like.
Mhm.
But sheesh, everything is a risk. You
Mhm.
having sex with Brock and getting pregnant, there's
Nope.
a risk that
I
the
have an
baby
IUD.
doesn't.
She's
no,
like,
but
nope, I
no,
don't
but
do that.
there's a risk
sex,
to
I am
every
celibate.
single thing, and it's
I know.
a low risk. Just like you, when every day that you get into a car, something horrific
Mhm.
could happen. Oh no, am I getting
No.
your mind going?
I do think about that though, daily.
no, but there's a risk just waking up in the morning.
Yeah.
So try not to let that prevent
Yeah.
you from having more children. Not now.
Yeah, not now. Mentally, I'm not there. But
But if anything's going to scare you off, it's that story.
I
Damn.
know.
Jesus.
it's
That's
already something I
wild.
thought about, and you hear about stuff like that happening.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's no way that happens. And then it's like, guess what?
I'm like, I want to be there when you're taking the eggs out of the freezer and like see that my barcode and name and stuff is on it. Like, I want to watch the process.
Maybe you
Mhm.
could.
Maybe I could.
I get it though. It's the same thing. I fear bouncy houses, and there's no one that could
Did-
tell me not to fear them.
Wait, I don't know if I told this story on Scheananigans yet. I'm sure you talked about it on your podcast.
I certainly did. I didn't tell where we were because I didn't want to do that.
No, but
We were there. We
I
were in the
heard
thick
you
of things.
Snatched Ocean out of a.
Oh my
I
gosh.
tried to
no.
snatch all the kids. No one thought it was a big deal but me. I was screaming
You were there,
bloody
right,
murder.
Jared?
Oh yeah, I was right behind you
No,
helping you.
Jared
I was
and
trying to
I,
lift
we
up the
were-
thing. It was heavy.
We stayed
a
calm.
bouncy house collapsed with
Yes.
Ocean in it. And was Summer in it
And
too?
Summer was in it
Summer was
too.
in it.
And
But Ocean was
right-
in deep. She
Yeah.
was like far back.
Summer was more towards the front. So right when there was like this like giant thing on top of it that starts collapsing, and Summer, like, you screamed bloody murder, which is what I thought my reaction would have been. How I stayed calm beyond me. Maybe because that happened to me and my little sister when she was little, and so I just knew in that moment, like, try and like hold it
Yeah.
up, because I had one collapse and it was terrifying.
Yeah.
But in that moment, Lala's screaming. So then Summer sees Lala scream, which scares Summer. And so Summer's like, I got to get out. But she was right there at the front. And then Ocean's in the back and Lala's like screaming. So Jared and I, and like, we're like holding it up and like Brock's trying to get the kids out. Terrifying.
And Ocean's kind of just like playing a little. Like, I don't know if she realized at the moment like it was until you were like,
Well,
Ocean, get
I
out.
scarred her.
No, she did. She's like, you could have died. And so then Ocean comes back over to Summer and she goes, I almost died. And Summer goes, I almost died too. And I'm like, no, you didn't, honey. You were fine. It was-
No, but that's I scare Ocean to the no, truly.
But
I
some
was
of
telling
those parents were
Santa
not.
and bouncy
They didn't
houses.
care.
Some of these parents were not like acting fast.
No!
like,
Weird.
I get that you can maybe you were a little loud about stuff, but like at least you were
I just seen that story
Well,
about the
bouncy house blowing off the side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Like I didn't remember it. I just knew bouncy house suffocated children, and I
Mhm.
didn't remember like the nuances of it blowing or whatever. But I'm like, it sent me into a panic to the point now where when we go and there's bouncy houses, if it has a top,
yeah.
she cannot go in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I,
the slide ones only.
The
Like we
slide-
just had recently.
anything where like if it were to deflate, there's nothing above to go
or
on
the
top
obstacle
of
course
you.
one they had, there was
Yes.
no top.
Fine.
That's what I'm going to do for Summer's birthday this year.
anything else.
Yeah.
I immediately see a bouncy house and feel so much panic.
Yeah. No.
My favorite was that dad at the front. He was like, "It's fine," and he like tells you it's fine. And meanwhile,
You
his
guys,
kid,
his
his
son-
son was like, his face was like in the netting, like he was like pressed against it, like it was so. And he's like, "It's fine," and Lala's like, "No, it's not. Look at your kid."
I was trying to help him get him out, and he goes, he's fine, stop. And the bouncy house was concaving.
Oh, my
So
God.
he was getting smushed, and his face.
against the netting.
No.
Oh no.
It was
I was like,
terrifying.
It was
Fine.
really scary.
All right.
Yeah.
And having been in that situation before, I was just like, Summer loves bouncy houses. I didn't want that to like fully traumatize her, but I am with you on that, where it's like the slide ones, the open top
Yes.
ones. Yeah, I think we'll just switch to those forever.
What other kind of anxiety should we talk about?
Let's talk about the word of the year. Dictionary.com recently unveiled the word of the year for 2024. And I want to know if you
I know
have
because I just saw it on my feed.
any
Oh.
guesses what it might be.
Demure.
Oh, is
It is.
Oh
Just
my
a
gosh.
guess.
I feel like usually it's
Sorry, I
some
wish I would have let
portmanteau
you
of
guys
like
guess.
online
Tech,
lingo.
yeah.
What
it's
would
like
you
some-
have guessed?
I would probably situationship or something.
Okay, what about you, Janet?
I don't know. I don't know.
Brat was also
Oh, Brat.
up there.
Brat would have
You
been a
know,
good one,
the
yeah.
Brat
Yeah.
summer we had.
Demure's an interesting one because that kind of was a quick fad.
Yeah.
That took off though.
It took
I
off,
know
but it
everyone
kinda
was
crashed
so
and
into
burned.
looking demure, being demure. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what it was until I saw James Kennedy's post and his caption had the word demure in it. And I was like, is that like a British thing? Like I thought he was just like trying to be fancy with his caption. I'm like, why is he saying it was the way he worded it? And then I saw someone else post it and I'm like, why is everyone saying? And then I saw the TikTok. I was like, oh. I'm always a little behind.
Well, because we're on the gram because we're old.
Yes,
We need to be
exactly.
on the
I'm
talk.
not on the talk.
The talk is its own little
The
entity.
TikTok.
Yeah.
It's very
Last year,
gives me anxiety.
last year the word was hallucinate. Before that
Interesting.
was woman. Allyship 2021. I
What's
don't even know what that is.
Allyship.
Allyship.
Yeah.
Allyship.
It's Allyship. Come
We're
Allyship.
gonna get you on another show quick, honey.
Allyship 2021. Pandemic, obviously 2020. But
Huh.
I thought they were
Demure?
like
Wait, what
Fun
is
words.
sexting.
the
Yeah.
last
stuff.
pandemic,
Oh,
obviously.
This is the
gosh.
dictionary.com one. We need to go to like urbandictionary.com for the
Right?
their
Let's see what
word
the
of
real one
yeah.
is. It's also demure. But Demure surged 1,200% in usage, 200 times more clicks on dictionary.com.
Yeah, nobody knew what that word was
Yeah.
before.
That Jules girl, I mean, she brought it to
I know.
life.
Who's Jules?
The girl, the
Jules
inventor
original
of it.
LeBron.
Demure lady.
The girl
What's her
who
name?
did the Jules LeBron.
She's a
She is the
TikToker,
one
and
who did
she
TikTok.
did she was the
Very
first one.
demure, very mindful.
She did the whole
Did you ever
monologue.
see the initial post? Oh,
No.
okay.
We'll show it to you after.
Yeah.
I didn't.
But, good for Jules. I feel like we need to see more positive stories like hers across pop culture and just
Yeah, that's
at
iconic.
this time when
That's
there's,
not gonna happen.
Oh, I know what
We
I
like
would
to
have guessed.
drag a bitch.
Haktua. That should have been
Haktua, that
that's
was
the
one.
Urban Dictionary.
I wonder
word.
how
Yeah.
her podcast is doing. Doesn't Haktua girl have a
She's
podcast?
the number 3
I think she's
podcast in the
killing it.
world.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
What?
Yeah,
All
she's
'cause
behind Joe
talked about
Rogan
spitting
and
on that thing. That's so crazy.
I think she has cool guests though. The last
Yeah.
one, she had like JoJo Siwa on it.
Mhm.
You know, I should not be a talent manager because I was like, this bitch has nothing.
Mhm.
wow.
She's
That's
doing it.
crazy.
I can say I will never listen to her podcast, but I'm so happy for her for doing well and having
Yeah.
JoJo Siwa on.
Yeah.
Well, I would
Amazing.
like to get Haktua girl. Maybe she can teach me how to spit on that thing for 2025 because I'm gonna need a refresh.
It's been a minute, huh?
It's been a long minute.
Oh. All right, last hot topic. Paris Hilton recently said she's never had plastic surgery, Botox, or fillers, but she does have a spa at her house. Do we believe this?
No.
I actually do weirdly believe it.
She is
Then what does she do?
43, and she says she's never had even an inch of Botox in her face.
It'd be too bold of a claim to make if it's not true. I feel like it would come out if she did. I think that she's doing all the lasers, peels, all that stuff. And if you have the money to pay for all of that, I think it can work in replacement of Botox.
I think people forget. I think she probably forgot some of the stuff she's had done. And I think also people get caught up on the semantics. And it's like, I didn't have Botox TM. I had botulism toxin by Xeomin. You know what I mean? I think she might
I
be caught up in the
don't know,
semantics.
You guys, I think
But-
she's.
Natural?
But
or-
why is that a bad thing that you've had Botox? Like,
Right.
why? Is
Well,
it
that's
such-
that's the problem. And she went out and she's like saying like, I never have had anything done. She's like, I've avoided the sun for my whole life. And it's like, do you realize we've watched you since you were 17?
Right.
Like you were not in Australia with Kim Kardashian with those giant bags. You were not avoiding the sun. If
Yeah.
anything, you were just like out in it. You
Yeah.
know?
No,
I know.
I think she just has someone who does a very. I'm looking at before and afters because she definitely has not had any plastic surgery.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
tell.
I believe that
She
looks
for
the
sure.
same.
Her nose is exactly the
Yes.
same. Her eyes, you know,
But now I want to go back and watch The Simple Life and see if her forehead moves.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, who knows though? Because that was 2000 and was
It's
Botox
just-
already a thing in like the early 2000s?
Yes.
Yeah,
Some people also just
but not as much. I think Kim Kardashian put it on the map.
Yeah.
don't. Do you know Michelle has never had Botox?
I do. Yeah.
or anything.
And that, no.
And I was like,
Crazy.
no way. And because she does not have hard lines. And I asked her and she goes, I just don't lift my eyebrows.
No, she just has the best resting bitch face.
Yeah.
She has the most iconic resting bitch
Yeah.
face on the planet.
She just doesn't raise her eyebrows and
Like,
she just doesn't get wrinkles.
Yeah,
It's
I
some are
remember
genetic.
first meeting her and being like, "Oh, this woman's a square." Don't hate me, Michelle. I love you so much now. But when I first, because and then
I do
her
remember
husband
you
was kind
saying
of
that.
a dick,
Mhm.
Yeah.
her ex-husband, and I was like, I just don't know, man. I just can't.
Turns
get
out she just
down.
wasn't raising her eyebrows at all.
Yeah. Turns out she's just preventing those wrinkles. We would have been great friends fast.
Yeah. I wish I would have learned that trick sooner.
Yeah. Have you all seen Lindsay Lohan recently, too?
Oh, my
She was just on Watch What
God.
Happens Live.
Must know what she did to her
Right?
face. Because
Does she look so
Dude.
good?
She looks so
That
good.
what talk
And
about a
it's-
comeback. Holy
she's
shit.
doing something. I saw a thing that there's something going on in Hollywood that was like her and two other
Christina
people.
Aguilera is
yes,
one of them.
Christina Aguilera, who look not like they've done something. They're not pinned back. They're not frozen. Whatever. They just look like 10 years prior.
Do you think it's that face peel where you literally have to go in and have it cut off of your face because the amount of like dead
It's
skin?
terrifying.
I don't know,
Yikes.
but
The
tell me about it
recovery
because I'll
from
do
that?
it if
Yeah.
it makes me look like
They
how
have
Lindsay
to
Lohan
take like
looks
a
right
little
now.
razor and peel it off and like cut.
Is that
the
what
skin
Tamra
and
did?
It comes off. I don't know what
She did a blues.
She did laser
peel.
and blue peel.
Okay.
Her skin looks tight and really good too.
Yeah.
But she had a real facelift at some point, didn't she?
I think she had a half.
Eyes,
yeah,
maybe
like
she
the lower
did.
half. Yeah.
Yeah.
But her recovery, I was like, oh my God, what could be worth this? And I saw her afterwards and I was like, okay, I would do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of shit I would
Right?
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I just did the Clear and Brilliant laser for the first time. And my skin got really dry after for like a week. I just had to extra moisturize. But now
You look good.
I
Yeah,
really
it looks
liked
really
it.
good.
Thanks.
Well, if you guys find out the Hollywood secret of what Lindsay Lohan and Christina Aguilera
it's just
are doing,
them
please
two.
share.
It's just them
I'm gonna
two.
find
Also.
out.
Somebody else also.
Salmon
though, that-
sperm.
Yes, we love
You
our
know?
salmon
I know.
sperm.
I know.
Did you get a delivery?
I did. Yes. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks to Katrina.
Love them.
Yes. But what were you gonna say? I thought you were gonna say.
I was gonna say I
Oh.
want to do what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have
do it
a.
This is like my most favorite
But,
topic is skin.
I
So I'm
know.
like my wheels are turning.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I just
I wanna
went
get it
to
all done.
Dr. Robert Dorfman, and he did that for me.
Okay.
And
Is that who does your Botox too?
he's going to, yeah.
Okay.
But you're
Need to
right.
do
There's
it.
no shame. I don't think there's a shame in, like, I don't think it's the flex anymore, like, that Paris Hilton may think it is to be like, I've never had work done. Like, I think getting a little filler, getting a little Botox, like,
Totally.
fuck yeah.
And also,
Fuck yeah,
speaking
girls.
of, anyone who watched my podcast last week, I want to point out I didn't read any of the comments because I'm sure they were there. I had just had my bottom lip filler dissolved, and my bottom lip was so swollen. All of the clips that we posted, I'm looking, and the way I was talking, so apologies. Was trying to just get the lips back to normal.
Why'd you
It was-
dissolve it?
Because it was a little lumpy. We did Juvederm,
Oh.
and my body just does not respond well to Juvederm. I need to do Kiss or some other one, Voluma or whatever. The Juvederm just doesn't do well.
Does
so I dissolved it
dissolving
right before.
Hurt? And is it an injection or is it a
It is
laser?
an injection.
Okay.
Yeah. So he
anytime
injected it.
anytime you pierce the lip with a needle, it's
Yeah.
extremely painful. Like I fully get a dental block.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I
wow.
do too. But
Yeah.
for just the dissolving, it goes straight into the lump. And so I
it's
watched it
very
back and I was
painful.
like, the way, oh my God. So
Ouch.
sorry. But anyway.
All
All right. To wrap this up, we're going to go with our Jackhole moment
Oh,
of the
yes.
week.
Did he do something else?
No, it's not about Jack Taylor this week.
Nice.
This week, I think it's going to have to go to
He's been
Kanye West.
spared.
He's been spared for the week because
Oh, what did Kanye do?
Kanye had suggested that he wants to do a nude vow renewal with his wife, Bianca.
Who just
So-
filed for divorce, by the way, like a couple.
I don't
But
think she
then-
actually filed.
Oh, she did not.
And I don't
Okay.
think they're actually legally
Married?
married.
Who
I
the fuck
think that
knows?
hopefully if they do a naked ceremony, it's private, just the two of them.
Yeah, but I mean,
I want to see her naked. Certainly not
We
him.
have seen her naked.
Well,
That's what
just
I
on
mean.
Rodeo.
why
Yeah,
doesn't he
looks
let her
great.
wear clothes? I don't know. She has a beautiful body. Like, don't get
Are
me
we
wrong.
sure
but
that she also isn't enjoying this?
I
like,
don't know. She looks like
It's
she's
hard.
being
She's
Stockholm
held.
syndrome.
She's silenced, or she's silent. She's not talking about it. So she might love being naked for everybody. I
do
feel
you
I
think she
don't
looks
know.
comfortable in the photos, like naked in public? I'm
no, but
Is she silent or is she being silenced? I think Kanye might be
Ooh.
silencing
Right.
her.
I don't know.
It's just weird for all this breakup stuff to
I
happen
just
and
hope-
then to be like, oh, we're actually doing a nude vow renewal.
No, it's like so Cardi B and Offset. It's like I'm divorcing him. We're pregnant. It's so Hollywood, and I'm so here for the chaos and dysfunction.
Yes.
Oh, God.
You know?
well. Thank you guys for getting into double shenanigans with me. This was so fun.
This was great.
Excited
This
for-
was fun.
Yeah.
I could do this forever.
I know.
Let's do it again.
Let's do a third
It's
one.
it really is easy. That's the problem. Like when we get together, I'm like, I honestly don't even need note cards. We can just riff off each other.
Mhm.
But if I don't have my cards, then I'm like, I'm gonna forget to say things I want to say and get home, and my OCD is gonna
Mhm.
obsess over the things that I didn't say. So
And also, when we stop, we're probably going to sit here for another 30 minutes
Right?
just chit-chatting.
Yeah, exactly.
all right.
Thanks for
well,
having us, Sheesh.
Thank you guys. Thank you all for listening and watching. Comment below. What do you want to see for end of the year shenanigans? And we'll be back next week. Bye.
Bye. For this all my